spread the word. The JCPenney Friends and Family Sale is back. And this week, we're passing the savings on to you. Use your extra 30% off coupon to prep your home and style your family for Easter. That's extra savings on top of our great low prices. Plus, share your coupon with everyone you know and love. It's always better when we save together. JCPenney. Make everybody count. Offer valid 3/11 through 3/17. Exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
I can't believe it. Football, bloody hell.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the magnificent 24/7 Reds podcast. I'm your host, Killian, and I have my co-host, Benno, tonight. How are you, Benno?
I'm not too bad, mate. Got home from work just for this. I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice one as we draw the curtain on 2023 for the Mag 24/7 boys, and we have Chase, Daz, and Phil. How are we, lads?
Fucking beautiful. Look what we got here, lads. For Christmas, it's fucking amazing.
Did that come in your stocking, bro?
Oh, of course, bro. I wanted it just for you.
Lovely.
So we'll get straight into it. So obviously, it's been a lovely few months. Shooting the shit with you lads. It's been a nice ride, and looking forward to 2024. It's going to be exciting for us. Can't wait. With a few nice guest appearances to come, stars in their eyes, well. But yeah, let's kick things off. So we have to start off with the United way, comeback kings against Villa. Benno, what you reckon? What a game.
Yeah, great result in the end. I think we can all probably, deep down, I know I was one of them that I thought we were going to get beat at the start of it. But it's a game of two halves, and I think it's kind of summed up at the first half of the season, really. The first half was an absolute pile of shite, and you're thinking, what the hell's gone on second half for that to happen? So credit to the boys. And I was speaking with Killian and Chase on the night of the game, and I'm the first one to criticise somebody if they're doing something wrong, but I was also the first one to praise someone for doing something right. So yeah, at the end of the day, win's a win, and that's all we got to get.
I'm surprised you can remember the game, bro. Just to fill in the viewers, yeah, Benno dipped into a bit of Bailey's, and one bottle turned into two, and we're not really sure what part of the night he remembers and forgets. So we'll try and go a bit easy on him, but yeah, I don't think Benno will be having a drink for a bit of a week or two.
or we'll just make him remember.
All I would like to add to that is, and me and Phil are still on this hill alone together. At 2-0 down, me and Phil both said we're winning this game. We are winning this game.
Me
I thought the first half we played some good football.
Me and Kilo said it at halftime, right when at halftime, Benno's having his fucking fit as usual.
Wait a minute. Just to clarify to the viewers, Chase he went for the win 4-2, but Killian, can you hear me now? I went 3-2 with Raza to get the fucking winner. So yeah, Killian wins that round, bro.
I don't know about that. I think it was the Baileys in his mind going through as well.
What, Benno's mind?
Yeah. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this right now, Chase. You're getting fucking boring, mate. I hope for 2024 you've got something better to bring to the table. I really do.
I still can't hear you.
Yeah, enjoy your fucking coffee there, you mug.
Mate.
I think
teas for mugs.
No,
Me and
here,
Daz were
listen.
just sips drinking optimism.
Yeah, and your Pepto Bismol, good mate.
Arsenal
But,
fears.
but the thing is, Phil, and whilst I love that and I admire that about you two, but this is what United has kind of done to me. I struggle with it. I really do.
Mate, you're like Victor Meldrew lately. Come on, it's getting bad.
You might as well. You might
One
as
foot
well
in the
just
grave,
rock.
mate.
You might as well just. You might as well just rock me to sleep the moment you say some shit.
Right, enough of the fuckery. Let's get back to the football. Here, listen. Now with some win, and we did it in style, the United way. That's what we live for. Those sort of games we live for. They're the moments that's why we're fans, to go through those roller coaster of emotions. In my opinion, it was the best game of the season and best performance of the season.
The thing for me,
because we were so gung ho with attacking. I just loved it. We were free flow, even though we were exposed.
To be honest, whatever Ten Hag said in their dressing room at halftime, fucking kicked their ass because they came out the second half doing what they needed to do.
It wasn't just the second half.
Yeah, it was. We played very well in the first half.
We battered them all game. We battered them all game.
Two mistakes.
This is what people.
Two
I've had people
calamities.
saying it's a game of two halves.
Yeah.
I had people saying to me, it's a game. Go on.
No, you go. Sorry,
I've had people saying to me it was a game of two halves. It wasn't for me and that's where I could see the win coming, because the first half we to them, and it was just 2 goals that we literally gifted to them. We literally gifted it to them off 2 set pieces, and that was it. Bang, they ran with it.
I said it.
And that's where the optimism came from.
I said it in a group chat.
I could just see it.
We scored one.
I could just see it coming.
They'll collapse.
Yeah,
as soon as we scored one, they'll collapse, and they did.
Yeah, and that was it for me. So.
I think the
credit
big
is due across the 90 minutes than just the 45 for me.
No, I'm not. I don't disagree with you there, but I just think from what really worries me is the fact we have to put ourselves in that position, and it just seems to be. Do you know what I mean? It's great. It's great that we've done that,
yeah.
and like you say, I know you say we didn't play bad, but it's the fact that it takes 2 mistakes, and that sums up our season. You look at the Champions League. How many human errors did we have? You know, and it seems to just be mistake after mistake, and unfortunately, we're not always going to be able to come out of it.
For me, in all fairness, the story since Ollie took charge, when Ollie was in position, we was in that same position where, you know, how many times have we come back under Ollie?
Yeah.
How many times did we do it that season? It's reminiscent of the team that we've got and the mentality that we've got, and I think once. And then let's not jump the gun here, but once everything goes back into place and this whole takeover thing's done with, and we've got a proper structure, I think you'll start to see some changes. I don't think that squad is as bad as everyone.
No.
And Boxing Day proved it.
The only thing I think we should do is, and I think we're guilty of this, sometimes we need to come out the Man United bubble and have a look at what's happening in the league. City's form is atrocious. Arsenal's form is atrocious. Newcastle's form is atrocious. And it's not that they're bad teams. It's just the league is really, really competitive, and anyone can beat anyone. So we could beat off West Ham last week, and it's a calamity. Everybody's calling for the manager's head. Arsenal could beat off them there, and it's okay. People need to realise
Newcastle as well.
The toughest league in the world.
Newcastle, look how they've dropped.
Yeah, Man City have won 2 games in 7. 2 games in 7. Man City have won, by the way. So people need to realise, take your Man United head off. And this, we need to win every game 4-0. We're in the toughest league in the world, where the bottom of the league can beat the top of the league. And that's a good thing. It makes it interesting. Who knows? But
I can see where Benno's coming from. I really can. But obviously that's just me being optimistic. But yeah, I can totally see where Benno's mentality is.
It's like I think I've used the term before, like the split person, the bipolar performances, and that's it. You look at, you know, over the past month, Newcastle, West Ham, Chelsea, then Villa the other night. It's so imbalanced, and I think that's what it's more frustrating than anything, because you don't know kind of what you're going to get when you watch them.
Yeah,
so it's more interesting.
I think always the scariest thing too. When we go down 1-2-0, their heads drop immediately.
But Chase, in all fairness, as we said, but the other night they overcome that, and we have to give them credit for that.
I think
It's the fact we get in that position.
But that's always like the surprising thing as well. We go down 1-2-0. We know this squad like the back of our hand. Every time we get down, they drop their heads, and then it just ends up being a fuckery. But then when they all rise up.
Yeah, but if you use last season as a barometer, right? See, we've got the full strength team out there. There's a lot more confidence in the starting 11. There's a lot more confidence in the play. So I think when we start getting these players back come the end of January, hopefully we won't need to go down 1-0, 2-0 under the cosh. Hopefully we can just dominate and control the game, because that's what Ten Hag wants to do. He wants to get the ball, keep it, and dominate it. That's what he wants to do. It's just unfortunately
more interesting.
Players are out there. Some of them are just not good enough on the ball, and that's not a criticism. It's just a critique, if you will.
More interesting for me.
But also, how about at the end of the game as well? Bringing on Gore, bringing on Kambala, bringing on
academy players.
8 academy players, yeah. But I just wanted to ask, do a quick whip around, just in regards to the thoughts on the game and why you think personally we played the way we did. What was the reason behind the performance, and why did we look a million times better than we have done? Chase, I'll go to you first, then Dazza, then Benno, then Phil, and then back to myself.
I think it was
one more last.
If you're not first, you're last, baby.
I would say they just looked on it. They looked like they wanted to fight together and play as a collective, and it looked like they as well did. And the effort was there. The fight was there. It felt like they were finally fighting for something together.
Do you think that was to do with personnel, or do you just think that it was one for the fans that they knew they needed to perform?
I think it was all the above. I think they knew they needed to perform. They needed to put on a performance against Villa at home, ending the year on a high note and starting the new year even better.
Yeah. Gaza?
For me, one word, Eriksen. I think the absolute, what was the word? The fact that we had a midfielder on there that was confident to take the ball, receive the ball, keep the ball, and then distribute the ball properly. Now, he doesn't have the legs, unfortunately, but the difference in the midfield was unbelievable. And I just think with him coming back, Casemiro coming back, Mount hopefully coming back and chipping in there, it frees up Bruno. Bruno doesn't have to start running back, getting the ball to be that transition player, because Eriksen can do it, Mount can do it, Casemiro can do it. So for me, yeah, I think Eriksen was a key, but 8 academy players ended on the pitch. That is what this club is all about. And I'm telling you now, Ten Hag gets it. And I think the players know. I think if they're going to sack Ten Hag, he'd have been gone by now.
Yeah.
Truth be told. I feared for him. I privately feared for him 3 weeks ago. Benno,
so did I think Benno got in your head, did he?
Benno got in my head and triggered me, and I was fearful. I actually think.
You see what you're doing?
We're not going to talk about ownership and all this kind of shit tonight.
No.
But I actually think the potential new minority investment probably taking over in 3 years person is not a silly person, right? And he's a Man United fan the way we're a Man United fan. And who's he going to bring in? He's not going to bring in. He's going to give Ten Hag a chance, I think. So, and I think the players realise that.
Yeah. So, just before we go to Benno, all the Eric Ten Hag out fans, go fuck yourself. Benno, go for it.
Yeah, I think two players on the pitch. So Eriksen was one. We've spoke about him for a number of times. And I'm going to say it, that yes, he didn't have a great game, but I'm going to say 3 players, actually. Rashford had a much better game. He was much more progressive in what he was doing. He kept it a bit more simple, a bit more simplistic with what he was doing. But we spoke about this one as well. Garnacho on the right-hand side, because he can do both. He can go on the outside and he can come on the inside. I think him and Rashford, they probably was what kind of got us over the line in that second half. I know Garnacho got the goals, and you have to give Eriksen the credit with the ball, but Garnacho, that was probably his most dangerous 90 minutes he's had. And hats off to the boy, because we've said he's only been doing it for 20 minutes to go, here, there, and everywhere. Scored a couple of goals, but I think Erik Ten Hag wasn't afraid to change a couple of things. And I think that's what's done it. And again, to reiterate what Daz has said, or some people said it online, we were 2-0 down and people going, oh, there's your new minority investment bounce. But they soon shut the fuck up second half, didn't they? So, chances that all eyes would have been on, they're going to be on the club. They're going to be on the club from all departments now. So they just seem to have a bit more fight. And if I can get that, then yeah, we can go. Day by day, we'll go somewhere.
Yeah. Garnacho on the right, Phil. Did we not talk about that 3 or 4 weeks ago?
Mate, we've covered it all. We've already covered it. We don't need to stand up on this one, do we?
UEFA A and B licenses sitting here, by the way.
I am surprised Chase didn't say that. Yeah, but Anthony came on and then we got a corner and Rasmus scored. Fuck all to do with the goal.
Fuck Anthony, he's not going to.
Well, you know what? You could go fuck yourself, Anthony. A little bit of credit here. Anthony still came on. He was involved. He gets a point.
Fuck Anthony.
Yeah. That's me though, Killian. That's me, mate.
Killian. Benno still must be on the bail. He's on the sly. He's calling Chase Killian and so forth.
No, he finished, and I said, "That's me done, mate."
I wasn't listening, bro. Philo.
Yeah, listen, I've already touched upon what my thoughts of the game, but I think one thing I'm going to say is, interestingly, that if that was, I don't think that comeback would have happened if it was at Villa Park. Now, Villa Park can be rocking in games like that, and I think their fans would have carried him through. But luckily, it was at Old Trafford. Now, I'm going to match Daz's sentiments here, as I always do. I think a lot of weight has been lifted off those players with that announcement on Christmas Eve. I think that contributes to. I think it contributed to the fans within the stadium as well. Although there was still the banners for Glazers out and whatnot, and so it should be.
Really so.
And there's two players I really want to pick out, and they're not the most obvious ones that everybody's missed. There was 2 key moments in that game where we could have easily drew or lost. One, I think credit has to go to, and I'll be the first one to admit I'm not Andre Onana's best fan by a mile. I still think that we could have invested elsewhere and then invested in a goalkeeper this summer coming. But that save from Jeremy Beadle was absolutely outstanding. And then another one is the absolute legend, Johnny Evans, for that block. The Irish
what a fucking
centre-back.
Block. It was,
I think without those two moments in those games...
no.
I think without those 2 moments, I think we would have been done for. That would have just sucked the
Really
life out of us
interesting
completely.
start with Johnny Evans. Did you see this earlier on? I think it was 12 years ago. Kiko Makeda came on. We were 2-0 down. Kiko Makeda came on. We won 3-2. Johnny Evans played in that game, and he played in this game.
Yeah. Statman Daza strikes again. What?
Well, to be fair, Makeda got the league winner on that one.
Anyway, moving along. Philo. Back to Philo. What were you ending with, bro?
I just think it was a performance for the ages. It's typical United. It was a United way. And what about that commentary from Peter Drury, man? What? Jesus, that man knows how to commentate.
He's the here, listen.
It was.
He's the David Attenborough of football, bro. Velvet tongue, legend.
Always Peter Drury.
No,
he descripted it. He descripted it to a T. It was the Man United way. Yeah, it was obviously bounced, and I had reports from fans that went, and they said to me on the way back home, TRA was absolutely bouncing. Absolutely, there's just literally limbs everywhere. So I was pretty gutted that I couldn't go. But
Yeah,
I can't
yeah,
wait to
what
get
a
there,
performance. We just need to kick on now against Forest the weekend.
100%. Big up the fucking TRA as well. Yeah, I'll just finish things. I thought we played the way we played because of the personnel that were on the pitch, and where they were playing. If you look at Rashford's been in the shadows for a long, long fucking time, but you could see, when Rashford's on it because the body language, straight away when he's at it, he's at it. But
I've got
think
something
going
to add to this,
forward,
Killer, after this.
I think, yeah, go ahead. I think I spoke to Dazza about this a while back. I think Eric Ten Hag has been trying to fit Rashford and Garnacho into the same team, but he hasn't known how. And this was the first time he's tried it. And I know Chase isn't going to like this, but I think Anthony's going to be a super sub for the foreseeable future. I think that was a massive, massive move by Ten Hag, and you have to give props to him. Garnacho was lethal on the right. He's so dynamic and direct. The defenders, there was a point there where he just sprinted. It was through three players. And the only way they could handle Garnacho was fouling him. But and as well with Rashford, he was absolutely so dangerous on the left, and then Raza through the middle. I think that top three is going to be maybe the top three, the front three for the foreseeable future, or at least for the next few games. It looked really well balanced. And then you had obviously Bruno in the 10, and then Mainu. What can we say about Mainu? What that we haven't already said? The boy's it's just incredible footballer, incredible for his age. It's just, we're blessed. Delao had Bailey in his pocket on the left back position. I remember there was a game and we were playing away and we tried him out left back and he was good again.
Not Forest away last year.
Yeah, well, and we sort of touched upon it, not in the podcast, but we discussed it between ourselves that why can't Delao turn into be our Cancelo for City the way he was, an inverted left back.
His crap,
and then and then yeah, Johnny Evans was fucking top notch, absolutely top notch, and Varane's great when he plays. It's just unfortunate he isn't very fit too often, but when he plays, he brings that calmness and control from back to front. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I don't even know why he's been dropped the last few, but it was, for me personally, I'm a huge Aaron Wan-Bissaka fan, and I was delighted to. I just thought all round there was a great balance to the team, and as you guys have alluded to, Eriksen, so much like footballing IQ is so underrated, but yeah, he just controlled it the way Scholes used to control the games. But overall, yeah, it was just beautiful. And then to finish it off, Stretford end. You want to see ecstasy and pure passion. Rasmus fucking Højlund, bro, when he gets his first Premier League goal, the relief, the elation. Oh, it was just the passion. It was electrified. It was absolutely in front of the Stretford end on the volley.
You could just see it in his face. I mean, when that went the back of the net, you could see the passion in his face.
I think he goes on a run now. I think it has to be the most important thing to him. That you could just see it in his face, right when they hit the back of the net. That was the most important thing to him.
Yeah. The thing for me with Højlund, we shouldn't be relying on Højlund and placing all the pressure onto his shoulders, because I think we still need another. Just take him out of the shadows for a bit, because I think that's why he went for so long without a goal, because the pressure just kept building and building. He was our main striker, and you've got a useless mannequin to put back in, and it was. I just think it's unfair on him. I think we're expecting far too much from a very promising player so early on. I just think it's really, really unfair, and that obviously then it snowballs into a criticism from the media, and then I just think it's really unfair that United put him in this position where he's just the lone striker.
I think the biggest thing though himself, I think that was a huge lay off his back. I think he really needed that just to
I agree.
let it off his shoulders for
But the
himself.
pressure is now back on him to do that week in, week out. And this is what I don't like.
Yeah,
He's our only striker. So now he's expected, like Dazza alluded to, he thinks he's going to kick on. Personally, I don't, and I hope he does. I think the pressure for him to perform.
I think the biggest thing he needs to do is just let it come to you, because you could tell he wanted it so bad, and he wasn't letting it come. He wasn't letting it come to him. He was going after it, which sometimes.
But look at Weghorst last year. He got that goal and didn't score another after.
And sometimes you just need to let it come to you instead of trying to chase it. Let it come to you.
I agree.
Yeah, but like Phil's exactly right. We thought we were going to get fucking Kane we thought possibly Hoyland would be the backup striker, or I don't know, maybe we would have got an Evan Ferguson away to carry that pressure together. At least if it was the two of them, but yeah, it's very unfair. It just goes to show that the fucking owners we're currently under. But Benno, I think Benno has a point to bring up.
Yeah, I think two couple of things. I think there's finishing off just on the Rasmus Højlund thing. I think it's very easy for people, I think, to get on top of him, but I think you've only got to look at the people that have spoken about him in the public limelight to kind of understand kind of who he is. You know, the likes of Alan Shearer, Gary Lineker, Michael Owen spoken about him, Andy Cole. But they've got Andy Cole obviously and Michael Owen had a tiny little bit, but no associations or loyalty to Man United. And they're speaking about this young player. They know what it's like to come across and do that. And the other thing I just wanted to bring up, which I thought was quite funny, did anybody see someone put it up the other day with regards Fergie before he wanted to have Varane and Evans as his pairing when he was in charge?
Yeah,
10 years too late now. Yeah, it's 2023, 2024. It's happening now. But mental, man. But yeah, Johnny Evans deserves a lot of. Everyone ridiculed the decision bringing him in, and
not everyone.
No, mate. I was all for it as well, but as you've got to understand these types of players. As you get older, you get so much more experience. You can't coach positional awareness. You can't coach it. You've either got it or you haven't. Same for centre forward. And it's funny, if Johnny Evans, we had this discussion the other night, if Johnny Evans was Spanish, Brazilian, or whatever, and been across and won trophies and had the CV that he's got from another country, people would have been all over him. They just didn't like the fact. They saw him as somebody that left United and come back on a free. Credit to the guy. Absolute credit to the guy.
Yeah, no, 100%, Benno. And just to, you didn't hear anyone complaining when fucking Thiago Silva came into Chelsea. He's 39 now. But look at what he brings to Chelsea. Now, I know Chelsea are in a bit.
That's a typical Chelsea signing, though. That is a typical Chelsea signing for me.
Yeah, but my point is to bring in such an experienced player to sort of to show the younger players the way and sort of to show what it means and to bring that sort of arm over the shoulder and give a bit of guidance. I think we talk about on the field, but off the field in the dressing room, it's very important to have these role models and examples. I'm just going to go through, just before we move on, just TC, Top Cat. Good evening, fellas, and Happy New Year to y'all. TC, as per usual, we fucking love you, legend, and we will chat to you soon. We hope to see you on the pod next year. I'll get you on.
He's coming on.
TC, my English crumpet, I love you.
TC's put another comment in the chat further on down.
Yeah.
Regarding Rashford, and this is what I wanted to jump in on. So he's put, looks like Rashford was trying, which was a minor. Got something to say about this. Rashford's been dog shit all season, right? What's coming up in the summer?
The Euros.
Correct. Is it any wonder why Rashford is going to start playing now?
He needs an incentive.
You watch Rashford kick on now, and he'll start performing for his England spot for the Euros. You heard it here first. You watch Rashford really kick on.
Do you? I know
That's all
you're.
I'm going to say.
Are you trying to twist this in a positive way or a negative way? Because to me, it sounds
Well,
like that's.
obviously,
I think it's ridiculous.
obviously it's going to be positive because it'll benefit us if he plays.
No, but
I think.
Can I just say, if this is the case, that's fucking disgraceful, bro.
Yeah, but there's history of Rashford. If you look back at his performances and his seasons, there's something. So he performed for his new contract. He performed after the World Cup, the World Cup comeback.
If you look at it,
I could be wrong.
If you look at his records and stats, I looked at it a while back. Out of the 9+ seasons he's been with us, he's had only 4 double-digit seasons, and those were the years.
And those were lower double digits, though. They were lower double digits, like 10.
Mm-hmm. The only biggest one that he actually hit high double digits was last year. I'm
going to tell you now. 29th of December. I'm not going to run him down.
I don't want to twist this.
Knows what I think, right? On you go, Phil.
I don't want to twist this as I'm slagging Rashford off because Rashford is by far one of my favourite players in that squad. But I'm hoping and praying now that he kicks on after that performance. I saw the old Rashford on Boxing Day. I saw elements of Rashford, whereas the last game I went to against Bournemouth, as soon as he came on to a sub, he ran straight into 3 defenders, like he's running through a brick wall. Whereas on Boxing Night, it was the old Rashford. And I personally think that's him coming back. And it may be that the Euros around the corner. He's fearing for his England spot, but by all means, it's a positive for us.
I'm gonna. Everybody knows my thoughts. I'm not going to run him down. I wouldn't ever do that. MD wears the red shirt. I would never run him down, just for the sake of it. 29th of December, 5:30. I'm calling it now. He's sold in the summer.
It's a possibility, but I just
hope.
Get out of it. I didn't want this to turn into a sort of having a dig at Rashford sort of gig.
No, not at all.
No, but my point was no player should need a kick up the fucking ass if they're on 350 grand a week or whatever he's fucking on. And certainly he shouldn't be just performing because there's a fucking competition. That I must say, you could be right, Philo, and if you are right, that makes me very fucking angry. I'm just gonna we won't dwell too much on that because let's give the boy props. Had a great game, and let's hope he kicks on for the right reasons. Liam, great to know you're looking in, bro, and props to you. And we all say hello to you, bro. So Liam says he 100% agrees with our comment just in regards to Eriksen. Eriksen composure, creativity, and experience obviously helped a major part in us getting the win there against Villa. So Benno, where are we at?
So yeah, basically we're just going to go into a brief kind of point now, looking obviously ahead of tomorrow's game. Just a quick kind of whip around of what we're going to do, and then obviously we'll crack on with the rest of the agenda, which I'm sure is going to come. We're going to talk into a lot more detail. So just going to go round the table now. Killian, we'll start with you. We'll literally go you, Chase, Dazza, Philo, and then back to me. Predictions for tomorrow: 30 seconds, 45 seconds tops. Scoreline and what changes you would make, if any. Let's go. Killian, start us off.
Right. Wouldn't change anything. Same players, same positions. Boom. Do it. Same again, please. Forest away. Evening kickoff. Going to be really fucking difficult. Early goal. Straight out the traps. Early goal. Don't let those fucking fans get on our backs. Like Mark Aldridge, the fucking Forest fan, he'll probably be in the fucking stands shouting for Forest. You fucking dickhead. So yeah, I'm gonna go 3-0 United, yeah. 3-0 United.
Chase.
I wouldn't change a fucking thing. I like where we're at. I like what I see. You know what? You know who I would like to give a try as well? I would like to see Kambala out there. Give him a try, give him another start against Forest. I'm going.
I wouldn't change a thing, but I'll change the centre back pairing again.
We've had 14 centre-back pairings all season. Let's just go with the same one.
So am I gonna? Is it your turn? You can fuck off. I can't hear you now, bro.
No, children, no.
Who are you having in the back centre backs then?
I want to see Willie Kambala. I want to see him get the start. I'll take that against Forest.
Are you fucking smoking something? We're farthest away and you're throwing a young boy in the back?
Yep.
Nah, bro. Varane and Evans have to play.
Is this mine or yours?
I'll give you that. Go on.
Dazzler moving.
Mad, though.
I'm going 4-0.
Yeah, we'll move on. Dazzler.
2-0, no changes. End of. 2-0, no changes.
Our Scottish man with the short and sweet. Love it.
Phil.
No changes. And I'm going 4-1. You heard it. 4-1. I've said all season we're going to smash someone soon. I'll keep saying it every week until it happens, until I'm right. So I have to roll with it now. I think after that performance, I think we'll have a good result.
Here we go for Benno's fucking neck.
No, I'm keeping it short and sweet. If everyone's fit that plays on, I don't even know what bloody day it was. If everyone's fit that played against Villa, you start them, and I'm gonna go 3-1. It's an away game. There's going to be some dubious, probably a shitty handball or something like that because it hit his nose first or something. But yeah, I'm going to go 3-1 win. I'm feeling confident for a change.
Come on.
And yeah, unless there's any injuries or niggles, I wouldn't change a thing.
We're getting in there, Benno. We're getting in there.
Benno. Hey, Rashford.
Don't put me up to put me back down again, though, boys. Please.
No, we stick with the positivity.
Enjoy it there, Benno. Enjoy it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm at work for it. But so we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on from there. Well, we'll go on.
Sorry, Benno. Sorry for interrupting you. Just before we go on, our red brother from the Mag 24/7, Masood, has just said, "Hi guys, have a great show. I'm off to the mosque, so we'll catch the podcast later." Thank you so much, Masood. The best of prayers and mind yourself, and we will chat to you later on, brother.
Big shout out to Masood and all the brothers and sisters that work in the retail sector. It's a tough time of year for those motherfuckers.
It is a very tough time. So big up, brother. We lots of love, and we'll see you on the next podcast. Benno, go ahead. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, so I think next point I want us to go into now, which I think it might go into a bit more detail with this one. We don't need to necessarily go through one by one, but with us literally being at the halfway point, we 19? Yeah, we are 19 games in. We're going to look at basically the manager and player ratings for the year. Like I say, it doesn't have to necessarily look at every individual, but I kind of want at least a good couple of standouts from each of you. The underachievers, shall we say, who's punching, who's overachieving or exceeding expectations, and basically give me a number that would sum up our season so far. Dazza, I would like to start with you.
No problem. So Eric Ten Hag, I'm going to give a 6.8. That's what I'm going to give Eric Ten Hag. 6.8. I think some of his decisions have been a bit questionable at times, and I don't think the manager, although we support him, I don't think he is immune to a critique, but he has had to firefight through an absolute shitstorm. In fact, I'm going to give him a 7. I'm going to upgrade it to a 7 because I think what he's had to deal with, whether it be the Ronaldo situation, the Sancho situation, the injuries that he's had to deal with, the takeover, non-takeover, minority investment, not a minority investment, shouldn't be takeover, whatever the fuck it is. He said all that going in the background. And I think he's managed it superbly. So I'm going to give the manager a 7. Standouts for me, can't believe I'm going to say this. I think McTominay is is overachieving. We know he's not good enough, but he has carried us in certain games, and we owe him not a debt of thanks, but he was due his starting spot for a couple of games. I'm glad he's dropped it now, right enough. But I think Johnny Evans is probably the highlight reel of where we are, because we should not be having to rely on Johnny Evans. But the fact that we are, and he's playing so well, so I give Johnny Evans a 7. I think Garnacho is a bright spark. I give him 6.8.
Bit harsh, bro.
Jesus.
This is Man United. Man United. The standards are here. Where are we in the league? 7th? 8th? Not good enough.
Can I just say though, for your 6.8, take away his goals, bro, and I'd love to see where we are.
Absolutely.
His goals and
Said the
assists,
same thing about Rash.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoa.
We
said the same thing.
We'd be on -3 goal difference instead of -5.
But we could have said that. We could have had that argument last season with Rashford.
Yeah,
I'm not going to rate Rashford because people. I've already made it clear that I don't think he's good enough. But I'm not going to rate Rashford. I don't think it's fair to trounce on the boy. I'm not going to do that. I think Anthony. I expected a lot from Anthony this season. I expected him to kick on. I know he's had some shit in the background, but I am really disappointed in Anthony. I know, I don't want to upset him. I'm really disappointed in Anthony. I'm really disappointed in him. And I expect, and I'll be looking at him.
Done, Dazzy, yeah?
Sorry?
You're good, yeah? You went silent, or?
Yeah, I expect
he was talking.
a lot. Can you not hear me?
I can hear
you. You froze on my screen, sorry.
All right. I expect a lot from Anthony in the second half of the season. And I'll be honest with you, as we've already alluded to, I think he's got his work cut out for him, because the wee Argentinian wizard, he's got his eyes on that right-hand side. And I think Anthony's up for a fight. Let's see how he does. Anthony, I'm going to give a 5, and we'll revisit him at the end of the season. He might be on the shit list.
You won't
cry at the end of the season. And that's all I'll really say now. I don't think a lot of the squad actually are worthy of a mention, to be honest with you. I think a lot of them have been terrible. Absolutely. I mean, you could destroy the squad, really.
Amen.
That's for me. That's all from me. I think Ten Hag's done a very good job. I will say that.
Well said, does that.
What? My turn? Okay. Ten Hag, I'm going to give him an 8.5. He's had to deal with so much shit this season, carrying, doing whatever he can just to try and make things kick on, dealing with so many injuries, dealing with the background, dealing with all the bullshit, dealing with fucking Sancho. I mean, he's had to deal with Ronaldo. He's had to deal with Sancho. He's had to deal with all this fucking bullshit. The what also is going up in the higher ups, dealing with that fucking shit. I give him an 8.5 for the way he's carried us and the way he's keeping us surviving every week in, week out, doing the best that he can. So I give him an 8.5 for that. I would probably say one of the other standouts for these players who has gotten shit after shit after shit called out, Harry fucking Maguire. Yeah. Who would have thought, after all the shit he's been through, attacked verbally, physically, everywhere he's gone, and he comes out, keeps his mouth shut, keeps his chin up, and fucking performs the way he's performed this season. He's one of the best players we've had this season come out by fucking far. Nobody could reach what he's done this season. Amazing. McTominay, almost there. You put him in that position to attack, he's gonna fucking score goals. So McTominay's obviously another one. Garnacho's kicking on. Only 19 years old. Who would have thought? At only 19, we have someone like that. Obviously, Anthony is not what I want him to be, but he'll get there. I believe he'll get there with a kick in the arse, and I think they all will. Rashford, give him a fucking 0.
Ruthless. At least you're consistent, bro.
Phil?
Say that again. Right. Chase, say that again. Say that last bit again.
What?
That last bit, say it again.
Oh, Rashford 0. Yeah, 0. Remember that.
Just wanted to check ahead, right? That's all.
I'm not even that harsh. I'm not even that harsh. Fucking hell, Keith.
I want you to
It's my
book.
turn.
I want you to bookmark it the next time he's in New York with Sancho.
I don't need to bookmark it, mate. It's recorded. You've just embarrassed yourself, but there you go.
Beautiful. What was it? 0? Yeah, 0. I'll say it again. 0. Can you hear me now? No,
All right. It's
0.
okay. Is it my turn?
Yep, take it away, mate.
Oh, nuclear
Right, so
bomb
I'm not
coming.
going to rate. I'm not going to rate the manager because I am, but I think my rating was between 7, 6, and 7. But for all the other reasons that Chase and Daz has alluded to, look, he's my manager at the end of the day, and I'll back him to the hilt. Decisions, games have been very, very questionable, but for me, he's my manager, and that's the end of it. Again, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I don't agree with Chase all that often. But yeah, Harry Maguire, bang on the money, mate. Absolutely bang on the money. I think his resurrection into this squad has been absolutely flawless. That's a mentality monster right there. The media talk about Virgil van Dijk being a mentality monster, all this other crap, and Harry Maguire's had not 1 ounce of good media about his comeback. They were quick to jump on him when he was being abused. I've not seen one positive spin on Harry Maguire's return to the squad at all. So for that, yeah, Harry Maguire's one of my outstanding performers this season so far. I've got 2 worst performers of the season. One of them, as you can guess, is the mannequin, and absolutely useless. And Anthony, fucking -2. He's absolute shit, mate. He's shit. He's not a winger. He's not a winger at all. He's had a season and a half now. Chase, how many goals has he scored?
7.
Poor. And we dig out 0. Come on, bro. Come on.
Say that again. I couldn't hear you.
And you've dug out Rashford with a 0.
Of course.
Anthony's not a winger for United, mate. Anthony's not a winger for United, and he never will be.
But let's get this right. How long has Rashford been here? Can you hear me now?
He's been here all his life, mate.
He's been here 9
He can play football, mate. He can play football.
9+?
Anybody legs around the ball.
Was that before?
I'm sorry, mate, but he's not good enough. There's better wingers out there that can attack, and actually take on players.
Was that before or after you woke up?
Mate,
Moving on.
That's
You're not gonna. Let's agree to disagree, yeah, bro.
Poor response, but yeah, Anthony needs to go.
I'll pack his bags along with Rashford. They can go party it up, right?
Big bags to pack, man. Big
no
I'd let them both go.
Right,
I'm disappointed in you, Dazza, to be fair, but yeah.
I don't think he's good enough.
I'm going to give you a quick whip around of the ratings. Eric Ten Hag, 7.5. I was going to give him an 8, but he has to be held accountable for some of his decisions during games, which has been questionable. But 7.5, I echo Chase's sentiments. He's had to deal with just a circus since he started, from the very start since last season. So 7.5 for me. Eric Ten Hag in all the fucking way. I keep saying this. Even if he loses every fucking game, it's not it. These players, bro. These players. So they've got another previous manager sacked. So I'm Eric Ten Hag all the fucking way. Shaw, 3. Maguire, 8. Varane, a generous 4. Johnny Evans, 7. Dalot, 4. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, 6. Garnacho, 8. Bruno, 6. Onana, 4. McTominay, 8. Rashford, 3. Anthony, 3. Amrabat, 4. Mainu, 8. Raza 8. That's Rasmus Højlund, and Martial 1. All right. So the standout for me, Maguire, Garnacho, and McTominay. McTominay purely fucking banging in the goals. It's crazy, but Garnacho, he's been the difference in a lot of games, and he's just that guy is going to the summit. Maguire has had to deal, as Chase alluded to, he's had to deal with a fucking shitstorm of abuse. Come out the other side. What a professional. Hats off to him. And yeah, I think the worst performers, Martial, yeah, he's barely even played anyway because he's just fucking riddled with injuries and / he doesn't give a shit regardless. And alongside, I'll agree with Phil and Chase. Rashford and Anthony can both get the fucking boat on the same boat because the two of them have been absolute fucking dog shit. But what I will say is Anthony's had a lot of troubles this year, and it's only the second season, which no one is really performing. But he's been dog shit as well. I'm not running away from that, Philo. I know you're going mad there, but I still think we need to be patient with him. It's not his fault.
This is what pisses me off now. I'm sick of being patient with players.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
Dazza talks about standards. Dazza alluded to about standards. I'm not here anymore to say, right, I'm waiting for this player to kick on.
We've been patient.
80 million British pounds for a player that scores goals.
Yeah, that's what you said is true. But just wait for a minute, Chase. The story with Anthony is because we have an incompetent fucking board, bro. We could have got him for fucking 30 million, 40 million, but we fucked up. We waited, and they knew we were desperate for Anthony, and they knew that Eric Ten Hag wanted him at all costs, and they bled us dry. This is because of an incompetent board. It's not his problem. It's not his fault, the price tag. Now, even if he was 30 or 40 million, he's been dog shit this season. Now, he has a lot of stuff going on in his personal life. That's his own bullshit as well. It's his own fault. That's following him as well. But yeah, I'll give him one more. Me personally, I'd give him one more season. Do I think he's good enough? From what I've seen, no, not a fucking hope.
So what are you waiting for then?
I'm waiting for the fucking squad to be stable, a bit more stable than it is this season, because it's been a shit show from top to bottom, to be fair. And I will say as well, I'd give Rashford next season as well. I wouldn't sell him in the summer either, because I just he's done a lot for the club, to be fair.
How much longer are you going to wait? 9 years?
But I just told you next season, and that's it for the two of them. Dazza, go for it.
I just want to say one thing. The standards are there. This is Man United. I don't care if you come through the academy, if you are free, if you are 10 million, 20 million, 100 million, 200 million. I don't care. The money's irrelevant to me. The standards to pull on that red shirt have been set by the team in the past. And I critique all the players to that standard. Now, there is mitigating circumstances that you give them a wee bit extra time and stuff like that. Anthony, I just don't think he's good enough. I don't think he's suited to I just don't think he's good enough. He doesn't contribute enough. Rashford, I think he's a good player. I think he's a really good player. I just don't think he's good enough for where we want to go. And I can say that for loads of them in the squad. And I hold every single player to the standard of the previous generations. And some of them are just not there for me.
Yeah.
I respect your opinion, but some of them are
does it in terms of being good enough or not? I totally agree with you. I don't think they're good enough for the standards of Manchester United Football Club of previous years. But what I will say is Anthony was brought in for such big money, and he's an Eric Ten Hag boy. He ain't going nowhere. No, he ain't fucking going nowhere now. What I will say is, I don't know what Eric Ten Hag is saying to the boy, but I just don't understand why he's so predictable and why he goes from in to out every fucking time. I don't understand that. Where you saw Garnacho, he terrorized Villa. And why did he terrorize Villa? Because they didn't know which way he was going. Left, right. Now, he's much different. A winger, he's very direct. But I just don't understand what the fuck the manager's telling Anthony, because surely Eric Ten Hag isn't telling him cut outside from in to out every fucking time. He can't be saying that. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, let's move on. Benno, sorry. that took a lot of time. Go on, bro.
I agree with pull the trigger. Just pull the trigger.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep mine a bit briefer. I think standouts here, and I think it's very difficult to pick out standouts as such. But Harry Maguire deserves a mention for what he's overcome. Again, I'll stick to what Daz has said here. From a standards point of view, he's not good enough. Same with the likes of Scott McTominay. I'm going to say that. But credit where it's due. They've stood up, and they've some important moments so far this season. I think Johnny Evans as well deserves a bit of a mention. When he has played, he's not really had a bad game. He's been involved in a lot of the clean sheets we've had as well. So, again, hats off to him. The two younger sort of standouts, obviously Kobe Mainu and obviously Garnacho stepping up. Is obviously a big plus. The underachievers, I have to start with the goalkeeper. I was very excited at the prospect of Andre Onana coming in, and I can see the attributes he's got, but I'm not excited by it yet, and I think there's still a bit of time to go, and I think we'll get that as we get established partnerships and so on. This isn't his fault directly, but Mason Mount, I was very excited at him coming in, the style of player that he is. And it's not his fault that he's been injured more often than not, but I'm just disappointed with him because I really liked the idea of that signing. And then to go along with that one, I'm going to say Rashford because of what he set for us last year, and Anthony as well. And I think there was a 30-second clip today which sums up for me Anthony. I don't know if anybody saw it. Man United released it from the training ground. Amad Diallo, one move, dropped the shoulder, tapped it in. Anthony dropped the shoulder, beat his man, turned back, beat his man, stood with the ball, beat his man, and then tapped it in. Like you can see, I think he's a FIFA Street player. You can see the attributes he's got, man. But he's very, very frustrating. And then from an Eric Ten Hag point of view, he's overcome a lot. He's working with some shit. He's had a shit structure, as we all know. But I'm going to give him a special number, which we've seen a lot of this year, of 7.2. And then, yeah, that kind of sums up for me. So anyway, moving on. Next, we want to look at we're going to keep this quite brief. Go on, sorry. Yep.
Daza.
So we have a former footballer watching us just now, right, who will remain nameless, right? And they've messaged me their comments, okay? And Phil's going to like this. I will defend Rashford. I will defend Rashford. Yes, he has been shit, but putting a different spin on it from a footballer's point of view, I've been inconsistent when stuff has been happening off the pitch, relationships failing, family trouble. The mental health podcast you guys did a few weeks ago, he could be in the worst space possible, and the only thing keeping him from the edge is football as an outlet. That was mine, and some weeks I'd find it really difficult to play, and others I was on another planet. Money isn't a factor.
Very well said. Very well said.
Down.
So yeah, no. In fairness to Chase and to us all, to be fair, we very easily forget they're human beings. We're fanatics. They're superheroes to us that are on a lot of money, and we forget they're just human beings like us all. So very well said, Daz. I'm going to find out who that was. But yeah, looking forward to that. Yeah, no, very well said. Very well said. Ben, I'll back to yourself.
Yeah, no, I've said all I wanted to say with regards to that one. So I want to touch upon briefly. We saw the news coming out the other day with what looks like Martinez and Casemiro returning mid-January. We don't need to necessarily go around the room here. I think this just needs to be something we bring up and have a little brief discussion on before we move on. But the influence and the effect that we feel that they're going to have for the second half of the season and how key they're going to be. I'm actually going to go with Chase on this one. I'd like Chase to answer this one, and then I want Dazza to answer it as well. So, Chase, you go first, please.
My South American lovers.
And Dazza, now we're on to you, please.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. But his face there, his face.
Yeah, you can go fuck yourself. Licha coming back is huge, fucking huge. He's our maestro in the back. He's
El
what
Guerrero. For those who don't know what El Guerrero means, it's Spanish for Chase.
You hear me now?
Warrior. El Guerrero.
I was gonna let you have your moment.
Thanks.
It's Christmas time. It's the season of giving, right? All right. And then we have Casemiro coming back. Hopefully, it's like having two new players back into the squad. They've been out for a while now, and our fucking El Guerreros, our Warriors, are gonna fucking come out there, and we're gonna do it in the second half of the season with these two. They're coming back.
Well said, Dazza.
Okay.
I think El Carnachero or the Butcher, whatever how you fucking say it. I think he's the biggest. He's the biggest comeback out of them all. Let's have it right. Casemiro was dog shit before he got injured, by the way, and it takes him ages to get fully match fit. But the Butcher coming back is monumental because he's key to how Ten Hag plays. Play out from the back. And the Butcher, I'm so fucking pleased. So pleased and so hyped that he's back. Because he is, even though he's so small, he's so fucking massive.
And Dazza, you got to roll your R on the El Guerrero.
Glasgow accent, mate. It's not going to happen. Forget it. Forget it. We just say the fucking Butcher.
You. I think I'll go one even further. I think he's the most important Manchester United player in the whole entire squad. He is for me.
That's history, then.
For me, for me, Licha is Manchester United. What he represents Manchester United for me.
Did anyone see his interview today?
Yeah.
Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff.
And what is it? What's the number one? What's the number one thing he said? The badge. Look at the badge. Look at what it represents.
Look at the stadium. No, he said be grateful as to where. Look at the stadium. Look at the fans. Look at the badge. Everything associated to that club. Manchester United as a whole. Look at what you're playing for. And that right there is a Man United player through and through.
Yeah.
Casemiro, for me, doesn't get back into that squad. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I agree with Phil there. I think we're where we are right now. We know Martinez, the effect he's going to have when he comes back in. Casemiro, yeah, you can't take anything away from the guy as a footballer, but right now we're starting to look in a better place with the likes of Kobe Mainu stepping up. Can you play them both? I don't know. We've not really seen them play together. But I think just having him back around that in the changing rooms, that counts for nothing. The experience and the attitude of some players is worth more than sometimes the ability of what they can offer. So, hey, look, it's players we haven't got that are coming back, so it can't be a bad thing, really, can it? Which does then lead me to go into the next thing I want to bring up. Phil, I'm going to come to you on this one. Is despite obviously players coming back from injuries and us looking stronger potentially by end of January than we ever have been this season, Not what you want, but what do you think is going to happen with the January transfer window?
Not a lot. I think it'd be more or less the same as what we've been doing in the summer, scraping around for loan deals, if anything. I don't think you'll see any great. Look. Let's be real here. In the January transfer window, you don't see many great transfers in the first place, anyway. And typically, as a Man United fan, you only get the odd one that comes through.
He comes
With
from
the
Serbia.
financials and everything else, and
fucking
FFP.
murder, yeah.
Evra.
There's as
Bruno.
I said,
Bruno.
very few, Kilo, very few. I didn't say there wasn't any.
Ooh,
But I think with I think
Phil's not happy.
I think
He's
with
not
financial
fucking
fair
happy.
play, and I think with the FFP and with what's going on with the club with the next month, 2 months, or whatever it's going to be, nothing out there. We ain't got the money to do any business at all anyway. So I think in that terms, I think January transfer window, I'm not expecting nothing, and if we do, it'll be a loan signing. I think we'll have a few outs in the form of Anthony Martial and Jadon Sancho. Personally, I know you said this. I know you asked me from not what I want, but I would love to get a striker in. But I don't see that happening. I don't think we'll have any New Year sales coming through.
Yeah,
So,
mate.
yeah,
I'll be honest. I kind of agree with you there. I think we're in that. It looks like we're in that sort of position where we need to sell in order to buy. But like you said, who's available? For me, I'm one of these where you don't get rid of somebody unless you know you can get somebody better coming through the door. You don't go and get someone else that's not got a long term plan. For me, I mean, I'd actually like to see us go down the route of. I know the season's not a write-off. The FA Cup's still to play for. There's a top 4 race and essentially a title charge, which we might talk about in a couple of minutes. But for me, I would kind of use this next, 4 or 5 months of bedding in some more of the youngsters. I'd love to see like Joe Hugel get an opportunity. Dan Gore, give him some more minutes. I know the games aren't going to come by, but if we ain't going to go out and buy any players, which looks like we probably won't, why not throw the youngsters in now? Just give them a go, and then that way, we said this the other week. We hang on to too many young players. Play them. If they ain't good enough, get rid. Then bring the next one comes through. Why go and spend 100 million on a Portuguese 18-year-old who looks good when we've got our own? Just play him. Just play him and throw him in. So that's where I think it's going to go. But who knows, really? What are we saying, Chase?
I say because it's very simple. We do what we want. We're Man United. We go after the best.
Yeah, but you've also got to remember the heritage and the foundations we're built upon as a football club.
We don't go after the best though anymore, Chase. We don't, and that's a fact.
We don't.
Sometimes you got to make your own. Why?
If we were to go after, if Man United were going after the best, we would have signed Harry Kane in the summer, mate. Fact.
We haven't done.
We don't go after the best anymore because we simply can't afford to.
We're not in those waters anymore.
Huh?
We're not in those waters anymore.
No. We're
Not at the moment.
I have to accept that.
We are where we are.
That wasn't a chase. That wasn't a dig at you. I'm just trying to be realistic here. It's like United don't go after the best players anymore. Really don't.
Oh yeah, no. I 100% agree. I'm on the same page. It's just that's what we're built on.
Can you hear me now, bro? They fucking agreed.
I thought I had an outer body experience for about a fucking second and a
Christmas.
Launch it,
Dickheads.
You know, but yeah, I think you know it's going to be something that's always going to divide views and so on like that. I think had we been in every competition still going to the second half, then maybe from my point of view I'd have a different view on it. But I see this season now as a real opportunity to kick on. Say to Eric, right? You know, you like playing the youngsters, play them. We ain't going to sack you. We ain't going to give him that backing. We ain't going to sack you. Play the youngsters. If they're not good enough, sell them, move them on. Then the next youngster comes through and so on like that. You're never going to know if someone's good enough for Man United unless they play. And I can't stand people that wank themselves off. Oh, check out this kid, scored this many goals. And no, you ain't good enough to play for Man United until you play for Man United. I'm sorry, but that's the case. So yeah, that's where I'd like us to go, and hopefully we can really kick on. Which then is going to bring me into the next point I want to go on. Are we in a top 4 battle with the way the league's going and everything like that? I mean, what are we, 11 points off the top of the table right now? Or with injuries coming back in, European competitions coming back for the teams above us, is there going to be a second half title charge?
There's a title charge.
Is there going to be a title charge? Dazza, I can see your brand spanking new mic you've got in front of you. So please tell me your views.
It's a big one.
Tell me your views.
That's what she said.
Second half of the season.
Lift the kilt, brother.
What do you honestly think is a realistic expectation and achievable outcome between now and the end of May? We'll go around everyone on this one. So we'll start with Dazza, and then when he's done, we'll move on to the next.
I just need 30 seconds, Benno. I just need 30 seconds. I think achievable is top 4. Absolutely achievable. In my mind, though, when I see all the teams above us, and I was asked yesterday who I think is going to win the league outside Man United, who do I think is going to win it? And I genuinely said, I think it's open to anyone that goes on a run. See anyone that goes on a run of form, they win the league. Anyone. The Scousers, who I fucking detest, City, Arsenal, Villa, United. I think anyone that can string together a good 15 games will win the league. Honestly, genuinely. I genuinely believe that. I think it's the most wide open league I've seen in years. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
No, very well said, mate.
Top 4. We have to understand where we are. We are where we are.
Yeah. Killian, you look like you're keen to jump, mate. So come on, tell us, mate.
Well, you've been dodging me for the last fucking 10 minutes, you dickhead.
Well, clock watching, bro.
Yeah, no. Fucking hell, it's a tough one. I hope we scrape fourth. I'm not even gonna. I'm not talking about a fucking challenge. I'm not. No, I'm not gonna get ahead of myself. If we can scrape the 4th position, I'll be over the moon. Absolutely over the moon, and hopefully, possibly, we can maybe do something in the FA Cup. I'm hoping. Give it a bash again. But yeah, I'll be delighted with what I've seen so far. I'd fucking chop your hand off for top 4 for 4th position at the end of the season, and I'm not looking further than that. If at all, but as Dazza said, it is the most open season this season. But everything needs to click together for us to even think that way. And do I think it will? No, I'm sorry.
Let's see where we are in April.
Yeah. No, here, listen, Daz. I hope you're right, and you know me. I'm so positive, but I'm trying to. I'm fighting with my heart and my head here, and this time round, I'm gonna go with my head, and I just hope we can get top 4, and I'll leave it at that.
Phil.
Wow, remind me to invite Killer to my birthday party.
Ah, fuck off, bro.
Top 4, guaranteed.
Ooh.
Easy.
Oh, man.
Happy with that.
I think total charge, not necessarily. If I'm going to make an idiot of myself, then I would sit here and say, yeah, we're going into a full-on total charge, but we're not.
Philo, you don't need to do that. You said we were done at half time against Villa, bro.
Yeah, we were done at half time. We weren't done at full time.
Hey.
Ooh.
But I will say we finished 3rd.
Fucking hell. I like that. I'll take that out all day, bro.
So with that.
Come back to me in May.
Yeah, we'll make sure we will revisit this one at the end of the season and see where we're at.
If we don't finish third, you won't. If we don't finish third, you won't see me for dust. I'll be gone.
Although fifth might get us in the Champions League, so fifth might.
That's a fuck fifth. That's madness.
Listen, as
I know what you're saying. No, I know what you're saying. Yeah,
standards. We should be aiming for the top, and as Fergie used to always say, "See where we are in April. See where we are in April. Let's see. Just get through all this shit. Let's see where we are."
Yeah,
I think top 4.
Yeah, agreed.
Fuck Aston Villa.
We're in a title charge.
Oh, Jesus.
Fuck
bro.
I think we'll scrape top 4. I think we'll find a way. I mean, that's my biggest hope is top 4. That's all I can look for at this moment in time with the way we are. Hopefully, with the last match, we really kick on the new year with players coming back. I mean, titles, no chance. We can't be in that conversation as of right now, but we will be in the top 4 conversation.
Have you? Sorry, I've just seen a notification on my phone from Sky News. Have you seen the Union have come out and saying that the next year's football calendar is humanely impossible?
What?
Hey?
I'm not
Football
surprised.
calendar humanely impossible with new and expanding competitions. Players' Union says so. The players' unions have all come out and said that next year's calendars, the football calendar, is humanely impossible.
I'm
obviously referring to the expansion of the Champions League and the Europa League.
That's a great move.
I'm delighted to hear that, bro. Fucking delighted, because they're not robots, and as we've seen the last couple of years, especially with the World Cup last year, that was fucking insane. The amount of injuries, like it is.
Look at the injuries for all the clubs now. All the clubs are suffering. So
I'm delighted to hear that.
Sorry, sorry to jump in on there. Just thought it'd be a good thing to.
Breaking news, baby! Breaking news.
Where's your yellow tie, bro?
It's because they only care about one thing: money. They want those. They want those extra tournaments. I mean, fucking hell, the players are going to be shit-faced. The ones that are going to play for the country in the Euros after the season.
Yeah, all about the fucking Benjamins.
And then right after the Euros, they barely get a break. They got to go to preseason.
Yeah. Right, Benno.
Yeah. Well, I'll finish on me before we go on to have a little bit of fun amongst ourselves. Is top 4 a real possibility? Yes, it really is. But I think, unfortunately, it's not all in our hands. We need those above us to also have a bit of a dip whilst we obviously improve it. I know a couple of weeks back I did say I don't think we would get top 4. And purely a lot of that comes down to the fact we don't score enough goals. And if we could maybe bring in another striker in January, that could have a real, really assist us in trying to get that. It's definitely achievable. And I hate saying it, but that's what we've got to be aiming for. And the fact we're only going to be realistically playing one game a week between now and the end of the season, there's not really an excuse to not put in a good second half, because you haven't got to manage the squad the same as you have in the first half. So, no title charge for me, but definitely a big push for the top 4. And as we've alluded to throughout, everyone's capable of beating everybody. So it doesn't look like there's going to be kind of many runners. It's going to look like it's going to be in packs. So it's going to be close, I think. But so what I want to do, boys. Now we're a little bit obviously after Christmas now, but want to have a little bit of a round the table thing. A Christmas football squad. And the listeners can get involved in this as well. Please feel free to send your names in.
Throw your comments in.
So I'm going to give you an example to start us off. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with Killian, then go to Chase. We're going to go all the way around. If you haven't got one, you're out, basically. And we'll see who's left at the end. So to give you an example of the kind of things that we're looking for, you could have Roy Christmas Carol, for example. So there's me to start you off. Killian, your turn.
So I'm going to kick things off with a bit of an Irish twist. As you know, I'm a dub. But yeah, so if you know the goalkeeper he played for West Ham, Darren Randolph, I'm going Darren Rudolph.
I love that. I love that. Chase.
Fuck sake. Johnny Sleighbells.
Who's that meant to be?
Did you get the memo?
Yeah, I got the memo. Fuck.
Who's that meant to be, Chase?
Johnny Sleighbells Evans. It goes.
Yeah, Chase ain't getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go fuck yourself.
Oh, man.
You're out. Does it?
It is what it is.
Ryan, Gigs and Blankets.
Oh, nice, bro.
Love that, man. Love that.
Oh, bash.
Oh, I love that, man.
Bash.
Phil.
Gigs and blankets, but you got something. Fuck off.
Rude Van Mistletoe Roy.
Ah, bash.
But that gets in. Yeah, you fuck yourselves.
I got a few. You can tell I've had a busy day at work today. Zat Silent Night.
Whoa. I've got one. On you go, Kelly.
Relax. Fucking Jesus. Getting a bit too excited there. Here's one for the English boys. Harry Candy Kane, bro.
Yes, I love that. He was on my list. He was on mine.
Yeah.
Jace, any more?
I got fuck all.
Okay, Dazza, straight on to you.
Frankincense Lampard.
Quality.
I've got a couple
Phil?
more.
Yeah, I've got a few, mate. I've got a few. Phil?
I must have misread the agenda because I've only gone for United players, so I've really struggled with this. But I'm going with Mason Sprout instead of Mason Mount.
Nice.
That'll do.
Wait. What does Sprout have to do with Christmas?
It goes on your Christmas dinner.
Sprout.
Oh, Chase.
Sprouts.
Chase.
It's a seasonal
Chase, you're
vegetable.
going to lose. You're going to lose, Chase. Sit down. You're going to lose.
Yeah, I think we're going to get our sit-down moment of the year tonight, keep quiet, man. Sled leaking.
That was decent. I got a better one for you now, bro.
Come on, then.
As everyone knows, I'm not a big fan of Paul Pogba. To say the least, that's an understatement.
Next one.
I've got this
Paul
one.
Pogba humbug, bro. Winner.
love that, man.
Christmas dinner, bro.
Got another one.
Go on, Dazza.
Paul Mince Pies.
Nah. No.
Oh, mince pies.
What Dazza was trying to say was Dimitri Mince Payet.
I got a.
You should have.
We got someone in the listeners saying Roque Santa Cruz.
That was literally the one that was coming up next.
That was Nerad. Well done, Nerad. Great show.
By the way, somebody's messaged me one for Killian. Slay given.
Nice. I got. Oh, is it Phil or me now?
Yeah, don't skip me, mate.
Phil.
Right, it's a more recent one. Rasmus Joyland.
It's okay, Philo. It's okay. But
it's okay.
On the cusp.
That's
okay.
I'm still in.
You're still in.
Baby Jesus Navas.
Hey, nice one. I got a better one for you. Santa Cazorla. Bash.
Yeah, give you that one. That one.
Fabian Delph.
Fabian the Elf.
Yeah. Oh, got that one. Phil.
Well, after this one, I think I'm going to be out, but Rudolph Van Nistelrooy.
Rudolph and a strike. Nice. I've got Marcus Ho-Ho.
Oh, winner! Fucking that's a winner, bro. Shout out to Marcus Rojo's missus for that. I hope you learned how to fucking do the toast, bro. Ah, fuck me. Here's one for you. Holly Watkins.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh,
I like that,
Phil,
mate.
you love it. You love it.
Ryan
that.
Wobble.
Nice. Brilliant.
Carol's Poborski.
Oh,
Carol
yes.
Poborski.
Nice.
Where did that come from?
Christmas Carol Proborski, winner.
I've only got a couple more here. For the next one, I'm going to go because I don't want to lose this one. Snow Cole.
Ah, you bastard. You caught me. Oh, brilliant. What about what is it?
No. I've got no more.
Ben Chilbell.
Oh God. Oh dear. Does it?
Andy Christmas Carol.
Oh yeah, I'll let you. We had Roy Christmas Carol. We had Roy Christmas Carol, but I'll let you have that one. The last one that I've got, because everything else has been said. Seamus Coleman.
That's borderline.
You get Cole at Christmas.
That's on the wire.
If you're bold, yeah.
You might do.
I've got one more on my list. If you want it. Eden Decorations.
Jesus Christ.
Hell. The
Jesus
Scottish boy
Christ.
is
Let's
coming out
cut it
with
off
some
there.
whoppers.
Let's cut it off there.
Yeah, we'll cut it off there. I think we've had some good names there. I think there's Paul Pogba Humbug. I think he's up there. I must say I was impressed with Marcus Ho-Ho. I think yeah. So that's our Mag Christmas 11 for 2023. One thing I do just want to say before I go back on to Killian is to all the listeners and everyone that's sat on the pod right now, please grab a drink. Don't care if it's alcoholic, non-alcoholic, whatever. Grab your drink. Just want to raise a glass, just to wish everyone hope you had a wonderful Christmas and all good fortunes going into 2024 from all of us. So, cheers, boys. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Cheers, boys. Lots of love from the Mag 24/7 to everyone.
And stay tuned for bigger and better things are coming in 2024. Killian, over to you.
It's going from me to Chase right now because we have the fucking boom. Sit the fuck down moment.
Buckle up, baby.
Well, ladies and gentlemen of the world, this took a while. Normally, I don't write things down, but this is coming to the end of 2023. We're heading into 2024, and we're gonna let you know how we fucking stand. We at the Mag don't get involved with bullshit speculation about United's takeover. Leave that to the bullshitting fucking clowns who pretend to be ITKs. But what we do is back the 1958 to the fucking hilt. And any idiots that come for the 58 can come for us too. So any of you motherfuckers come for the 58, you can sit the fuck down.
Bash! Boom! Sit the fuck down. Love it. Absolutely love it. Now here, listen. This has been a ride and a half. That's what she said. Or that's what Santa said when he was on Rudolph's sleigh. But no, here, listen. It's been an absolute Christmas cracker. My brothers, Chase, Dazza, Benno, Phil. We got Masu, we got Az, we got who else? We got Xander, we have
TC.
All the boys, TC,
baby.
all the boys. You
Smiggles.
know, yeah, Smiggaroo. It's been a ride and a half. we hope you've liked our last pod, Magnificent 24/7 Reds pod for 2023. Stay tuned for 2024 because it's gonna be a fucking banger. As we all know, we've got a few special guests, including our beautiful Paul Parker, who we are outrageously excited to have on the pod soon in 2024. And we have a few mystery guests lined up as well.
I do have one thing to say. Paul Parker, can you fucking hear me now? Can you hear me, bro? Can you hear me
We're
now,
coming
Paul
for you,
Parker?
Paul. No, we can't wait to have you on. And we really hope the viewers and listeners have had a ball. And listen, what makes the Magnificent 24/7 Reds so unique, in my opinion, is that we're just a bunch of fucking real fucking fans with real opinion, and what we share is our love for our beloved football club, Manchester United. We hope you've enjoyed our time and the podcast, and we can't wait to see you in the new year. So from me and the boys, Magnificent 24/7 Reds, we are drawing the red curtain over and out. Lots of love, and we will see you in 2024. And as I said, it's going to be a banger. Over and out.
Social Podcast Network.
The regular season is heating up. New stars are emerging, and that means more opportunities to win up to 25 times your cash on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projection on a wide variety of stats, and place your entry. It's that easy. Let it fly to turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and injury insurance on your picks are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Watch your favorite players and get paid doing it this basketball season. See your entries make progress during the game or make new entries for the second half and the fourth quarter. 3-pointers, assists, rebounds, and everything in between are yours for the taking. Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million players who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit of up to $100. Just download the Prize Picks app and use code GET100. That's code GET100 on Prize Picks for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy.